2024. China, the FISE is back.
I'm the star of the show in the regiment. Can't stop me, bro. Ain't no pedaling, ain't no riding the wave. Staring right in the face, you know that I'm getting it. This ain't back in the days. Get ready for
Are you ready to meet your riders?
It all comes down to this moment. Real question right now: who is on top?
What's up, FISE family, and welcome to the 5th and final day of this FISE World Series here in Shanghai. We're getting ready for the first competition of today, which is the UCI BMX Freestyle Flatland World Cup, the men's finals. My name is MC Egon, and I'm being joined today by the Flatland expert, Johan Chan.
I'm really excited to be here today to watch the best of world-class flatland riding. We've had an action-packed qualification round and really looking forward to seeing the top 8.
Okay, and we're really lucky today because it had been raining the whole day yesterday. We just managed to get the skateboarding finals fitted in. But as you can see, dry skies. The people are coming in for the first riders of today. Here at the West Bund side on the left riverbank of the Huangpu River. The stage is looking fine. We actually took off the roof because of the high winds that we had yesterday. So just for everyone's safety. And look at the deck that we've constructed for this flatland area. And our BMX MC, Lionel, is getting the Chinese crowd amped up on this Sunday morning. It's 9:30 here in Shanghai. Still a bit early, but get your morning coffee and we'll get the show on the road.
Yep, Lionel Cardoso, absolute flatland legend. Used to be a pro rider in the 90s. Getting the crowd going.
He did a pretty good job yesterday because as we wrapped up the skateboarding finals here in the commentator booth, we could actually hear the madness going on at the flatland stage.
Yeah, we had a really good crowd yesterday. The Chinese crowd were just really into all the riding. It looked as if they could see what the difficult tricks were, because when riders were going onto the back pegs or onto the pedals or doing difficult switches, they were really getting amped behind it. And it was so good to see, because I think a lot of this crowd was seeing flatland for the first time.
I mean, that's the idea that I've had at this event as well. This is the first time FISE has landed here in Shanghai. Last time we came here was 6 years ago already in Chengdu. But yeah, I think for a lot of the Shanghai local people, this must be an introduction to all these urban sports, to the skateboarding, the scooter riding, roller freestyle. Actually, as we speak, we also have the BMX freestyle competition going on the BMX park as well.
Yep, I saw a little bit of a crowd reaction for them as well. And every time somebody did a jump or a backflip or something, the crowd was just going insane. It was so good to see.
We also have another live stream going on the Instagram of, I don't know, which rider.
That's Moya, that is. He's always backing the riders, absolutely loving all of the spectacular tricks that people are doing. He's on the crowd, giving it some support. He rode as well yesterday, really good. He's got some really unique tricks. So we're looking at the competition format final. 2 heats of 4 riders, 1 run, 3 minutes per rider, and the overall impression is scored out of 100.
Now you said it's a 3-minute run, but do the riders have to keep on riding for 3 minutes, or can it take like a short little break in between linking their tricks?
This is a really good question, because the riders have a little bit of breathing time before their links, and what they have to do is complete their link before the 3 minutes is up. Anything outside of that 3 minutes isn't scored. So the judging criteria, first of all, is difficulty, risk, flow and style, consistency, originality and versatility, very important, variety of tricks, control of the tricks, bike control, execution, and judges will be looking at the overall impression.
That's a lot of work to take into account for that judging, but we have an expert judging panel here.
They've got a wealth of experience. We've got Katoro Tanaka. He is an absolute Flatland legend from Japan. He runs a Flatland school and also Moto Works bike company. We've got Ephraim Catlow, ex-professional world champion. Also runs Flat Matters website. Ryan Russell, wealth of experience. And Hiro runs 430 in his own Flatland contest.
430, is that the Flatland boutique in Tokyo?
Exactly, yeah, that's the one. He's got some really nice stuff.
I actually paid a short visit after FISE Enoshima in February, I went to Tokyo and went to visit the shop as well. It's like actually a proper brand that they have.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I was speaking to him yesterday and actually found that the 430 name is named after the anniversary of when the company started, the 30th of April.
Now we're going to the stage to our MC.
Crazy one. The first rider today, coming all the way from Spain. Please welcome Varo Hernandez.
He's the new young talent from Spain. Check out the smoothness of this guy.
Your next rider from Germany is Dustin Alt.
He's one of the best spinners in the game. Dustin Alt representing Germany.
He has that fighting spirit.
From Japan, Rio Katagiri.
Doing it for Japan, a rider favorite, arguably the most creative rider in the group.
From Canada is Jean-William Prevost.
Watch the speed and aggression of this guy. Prevost will be going all in.
From Japan, it's Kio Hayakawa.
X Games gold medalist, mastered some of the hardest blender variations.
From the Netherlands, it's Sietse van Berkel.
So good to see this guy in the final. Watch out for his signature moves.
From Thailand, it's Pakphum Pusahart.
Watch out for this guy. This guy's representing Thailand.
And your #1 qualifier from Japan is Rio Katagiri.
Absolute weapon on a bike, and the World Cup really is.
Like absolutely, I'm jealous of the rider kit that the Japanese squad has.
So these are your riders for today. They're gonna have 4 minutes to warm up for the first.
So welcome back to FISE World Series here in Shanghai. We just did the rider introduction for this UCI BMX Freestyle Flatland World Cup Finals in the men's category. We have 8 of the best riders on top of their game. And they're having their last minute of warm-up. We're getting ready for the first group of riders. And those will be Varo Hernandez, Dustin Alt, Rio Katagiri, and Jean-William Prevost. And then, let's say 15 minutes, we will commence with the second group, Kio Hayakawa, Sietse van Berkel, Pakphum Pusahart, and Rio Katagiri. Now, leading up to these finals, we also had qualifications and semi-finals. Johan, you went to check them out as well?
Oh yeah, it was an absolutely electric qualification. We saw a lot of legends get knocked out, and that is just indicative of how high the standard is here. At this sort of level, you can't afford to make too many mistakes, and we saw quite a few heavy hitters get knocked out of the top 8. Still doing great runs, but you need to do no more than 2 touches to get through to the top 8, I would say.
Also, only 3 of the Japanese squad made it into the finals.
Yeah, we were saying we were expecting a Japanese-dominated final, and even though we saw some absolutely cutting-edge riding from the Japanese, we've just got a small handful of them today. It's Ito Misato, Kio Hayakawa, he's made it through to the final. Suji Sugawara was absolutely killing it today. Moto Sasaki, one of my favorite riders. Unfortunately, made a couple of mistakes. Didn't make it through to the final. Rio Katagiri was absolutely phenomenal yesterday. Yeah, Rio Katagiri looks like he's moving in a different time and space.
Also, if we compare it to the last FISE World that we had in Montpellier, we have, so you actually got the bronze medal, then Kio just didn't make podium in his 4th place, and then Rio Katagiri in 7th at FISE Montpellier.
Yep, Rio Katagiri was the favourite to win it in Paris, but had 2 flawless runs in qualifications, and in the final had a couple of touches which just gave him the 3rd spot, but still a spectacular run all the same.
And also later this year we still have some big competitions coming up. We have the European Championships next month in Luxembourg. It's actually not too far from Belgium, so I think I might pay it a visit.
Yeah, that one looks spectacular. I think Vicky Gomez has been helping to put that together.
And we have the actual leaderboard, so not in this final, UCI, but we have Rio Katagiri in that 2nd spot in the World Cup right now. Jorge Gomez in 3rd, but not in the final. Kio Hayakawa in the 4th spot, and Rio Katagiri in 5th. So that means someone might be able to jump to that 1st spot with the absence of UCI.
Excellent. We're going to see some really good riding from Kio Hayakawa today, and some astonishing riding, no doubt, from Rio Katagiri. Watch out as well for John William Prevost, aka Dub. He'll be going in hard. Varo Hernandez as well. So good to see this guy in the final. He's so smooth on the bike. I watched him have a little crash yesterday, and even his crash was smooth.
He has that Spanish suave. 3 minutes on the clock, on the G-Shock clock for Varo Hernandez.
So good on front and back wheel as well, this guy. Starting up, you can just see how smooth he is. Makes it look so easy on the back peg, and straight to pedals, yes. Love watching Varo's finishes on those links. It just shows a statement of intent when he just stomps those pedals on the back peg, making it really difficult. Higher in the centre of gravity, now he's moved to steamroller, to crop backer, forwards, backwards, switch foot. He looks so calm, it's unbelievable how relaxed he looks when he's riding. Back into the steamroller.
Without breaking a
Backwards.
sweat.
Yes, straight to pedals, go on Varo.
So landing a trick straight to pedals, that can improve your score as well, right?
Yeah, and it also looks so good as well when you finish your link with a proper statement of intent, just stomping it straight back to the pedals. It's a nice punctuation to the link when you finish it off really strong.
Jumping back to the pegs.
This is what I was saying about him switching from front wheel to back wheel. He's so good at that, yes.
As he lands on the other peg, he's not even readjusting, like he sticks the landing.
That's it, yes, Varo. So far, this is a perfect run. And yeah, like you say, he doesn't seem to need to correct himself. He always seems to be in the right position, so there's no sketchiness with him. He's just looks in the correct spot all the time. Wow, look at this. going into cross-footed double rolling. This is incredibly difficult. It just reduces that margin for adjustment. Oh, just coming off there.
Probably caught his leg on the front wheel as he was doing that cross-footed trick.
Yeah, yeah, there's not much room for the tire to go in between the legs when your legs are crossed like that. Oh, never touched there. Just recomposing himself there. Hopefully he can get one more link in. 24 seconds to go.
He has that Flatland family cheering him on.
Yeah, back to the back peg. So can he finish this link before time is up? Back to the front wheel, yes!
Yes!
Oh, just comes off there. Still, that's a great run from Varo. Always difficult to be the first rider on the floor.
Because since this is a judging sport, what happens in BMX and all the other sports is they use the first score as a reference point, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's right. You can't give somebody a score that's too high because the judges would like to have some leeway to move above and below it. I think that's a pretty good run for the judges to start off with. He's got such a good mixture of difficult tricks, some of his own combinations. I love those jumps straight back to the pedals. And of course, his switches from front to back wheel are so cool.
So what you will see in a Flatland competition is the balancing on the front wheel, back wheel, switching front to back or the other way around. Pedals. There's no rules when it comes down to the maneuvers that you perform in a competition like this one. Well, not touching the ground maybe.
Yeah, that's it. The riders will try and avoid that as much as possible.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, it just comes off on that. Unlucky. Yeah, as I was saying, those switches from front to back wheel is so good at. Yeah, that's a pretty good score. Pretty good score to start off with. I think he had three touches in that. Let's see how the rest of his riders do.
And from Spain, we're going to Deutschland, to Germany, to Dustin Alt.
Yeah, Dustin, as you mentioned earlier, has been feeling a little bit ill on this trip, on his qualification. He picked up some sort of a cold or something, but it's not that you would notice because he's been spinning like a tornado. He's one of the best spinners in the game. This one's a Dustin original. Has the handlebars behind his back into a switch, and as he goes forwards, backwards. Spin this into the time machine, stepping up onto the pedal, making it harder. Yes, Dustin. That's an awesome start for Dustin.
Only the second rider of today, but a completely different style compared to Varo Hernandez.
Yeah, Dustin's always had such a smooth, fast style.
Pivoting into the fakie.
Oh, whopper out. Yep, he's pleased with that. That's 2 out of 2. And like Varo, Dustin can ride front and back wheel as well. He's always had such a smooth style, this guy. Super fast. He's going for his signature. Long spin behind his back, switch into upside down, peg wheelie, switch foot. Turning it round. Forwards, backwards.
Oh! Switching that bike under him.
Back into time machine. As you see, he puts his other foot on the other pedal, making it more difficult. Pulls that one clean as well.
Halfway the run of Dustin.
This is a great run for Dustin so far. He's going to be super pleased with this. But with 1 minute, 20 seconds to go, anything can happen.
Dustin out on his runny nose run.
He said this morning he was feeling even worse than yesterday, but you can't tell so far. And that's just so perfect. Yes, Dustin. Yeah, spinning hitchhiker there with the bike vertical. Yo! This is an Austin run for Dustin. He's going to be so stoked.
Okay.
Can he make this final link? He's got room for one more. Getting the crowd going. It's been good with the crowd as well, giving a bit of crowd rapport. They love his mesmerizing spins as well. I think that's probably what he's going to finish off with. Yeah, reaching behind the back. Oh, on the pedal. Go on, Dustin! Oh! He wanted to finish with a banger there. That's his hardest bangers. So
Spinning like a jet engine.
this one will be out of time just for the crowd. And that won't count. So just one mistake in that, but a brilliant run for Dustin. I'm looking forward to seeing what the judges will give him for that one. Look at the way he reaches for the grip behind his back.
So that's the time machine here, standing on the pedal.
Yeah, just changing that center of gravity a bit, making it harder by being higher above the peg being the extension outside of the wheel axle. Doing a whopper there.
Landing his back foot on the frame. Might cost him some points in execution, but still
Yeah, good
quite
point.
a feat by Dustin Alt.
Yeah, can spin on both pegs too.
这动作需要车手的控车能力很强啊！开始，看到他在后面的时候差点就要掉啊，就已经开始出现了平衡感的失去平衡感的感觉，但是还是把车救回来了，非常的棒。好，看到
76. Yeah.
Putting him in the front of the pack right now, but we still have 6 more riders to impress us with their first run.
Well, next up we got Rio Katagiri.
The number 7 from Montpellier earlier this year in May.
Rio is got to be one of the favorites of the group. I would say probably the most creative rider out of the group. He has such unusual positions that he holds his bike and really original pumping positions. Rio changes things up a bit, almost by holding things in a slightly different way, either switching his hands or rolling forwards when he should be. There we go. Nobody.
With the bike behind his back.
Oh, it's such an awkward position to pump. And this one as well. He's so... Oh, yes.
The way that he links those tricks together, pivoting on those back pegs.
Yeah, just making it a little bit more awkward the way he holds it as well. Putting his own signature style on it. Oh, this one as well. No one pumping that trick like that or holding the bike in that position. Wow. Incredible. Katagiri as well. This is the older brother of Rio Katagiri. He's currently qualified in first place. Oh. Mistake there. This one's a good one. See how he crosses his legs and unwinds?
Oh.
It's
I mean, he's making that bike spin under him while standing on just the peg.
Yeah, it's just mystical watching him riding. His position as well is just so awkward. And yet he makes it look so beautiful.
Cross-footed.
Yeah. Oh, just coming off there. Problem with Rio's stuff is it's just so difficult that there's such small margins for adjustment. Let's pump the backyard here. Yeah. It's a fakey peg wheelie. Nobody's spinning that. Oh my God. Double duck round. Swings the bike round in 360. Back on. Yes.
Yes.
Bro. Absolutely incredible. He's got room for one more link. Let's see what he goes for. Again, unwinding the cross leg, switching into peg wheelie. It's cross leg. He really wants to pull this one as his ender. All times out. Yeah, but he pulls it. That's the big banger. He's pulled some incredibly hard stuff there. Yeah, he's happy with that run.
And that's how he got the first place in FISE Hiroshima in 2019.
Yeah, this guy, he could totally win the competition with the level of difficulty he has on his tricks. His style as well is absolutely mystical. The way he holds these tricks is just so creative. Putting his own signature spin on all of these maneuvers. Unwind his legs here into spinning peg wheelie. That as well, nobody doing that trick in this contest. Undertaker out, pulls it. Yeah, that trick could be out of time though, that last trick. Oh yeah, easily taking the top spot there. And the level of difficulty and originality in his run is bewildering, really.
Our next rider from Canada, the number 4 from the World Championships in Glasgow, the number 2 from FISE Enoshima earlier this year. It's Jean-William Prevost.
Yep. AKA Dub, he's been absolutely killing it on the American circuit this year. Whoa, Dub covers a lot of ground in his legs. Look at him, he's not taking any prisoners. He will absolutely be going for it. He's got reflexes and speed like no other. Oh yes, Dub.
The aggressiveness in that first run, the first links.
Absolutely amazing. He's such a good battle rider as well, like you say, because he has that aggression. You put him in a one-to-one and his Undertaker link is incredible. Passes the bike underneath his arms and keeps it going.
Spinning the bars as he goes as well.
He had a little touch of the front wheel on the floor there, but he's keeping going. He's going to take it into another Undertaker. Yep. Onto the pedal, making it even harder, and he's still going. Getting some speed there. Back onto the peg. He looks like he's going to do it. I don't want to jinx him. Oh, it's a
Cross-footed.
Whoa. Yes! Yes, Dub. Absolutely awesome. Cutting edge stuff.
In the blink of an eye. Changing his position on a bike.
There's so many tricks in that combo. So many different positions. Adding to the level of making that level of difficulty and risk really high. Oh, another undertaker there. Pulled out of that one early. Can't afford another touch here.
Still has plenty of time for the Canadian.
Look at the speed. Oh, just holding on to that one. How Dub saves his links when he gets into those positions just bewilders me.
He had that leg all stretched out to keep that balance.
Completely. He gets into these positions that you don't see anyone else get into.
And look how he keeps on pumping to.
Oh, it's a time machine, both pedals. Oh. Yes! Screaming out to the crowd. Absolutely amazing stuff.
He has time for one more link.
Wow, that's a really quick switch going from cross-legged, going over the head tube.
Just one hand, no-handed.
That's a really awkward position to be in. No margin for error there. Oh. That's a really good run for Dub.
This is what he wanted. This is what he came for.
That's amazing stuff. And contrary to what you say about his aggression on the floor, yesterday we saw him riding with the young...
He's actually pretty fluent in Chinese as well.
Yes, yeah. Dub spent 5 years living in China, so he can speak Chinese, and the crowd just...
非常好，我真的每一次来到中国，能收到你们的热闹好客热情，心里会很满意、很满足。谢谢你们。
A heartfelt message to the Chinese crowd here. Look at that.
Absolute bewildering run.
And even in slow motion, it looks so fast.
Yeah, I have to slow motion these just to work out what's going on. He's putting his leg over there, over the top tube through his seat, and it makes it so awkward.
Got his foot on the wheel as he wants to transition into the next trick.
Little touch of the front wheel on the floor there. The judges will notice that. The level of difficulty here, and the style, level of risk. Dub as well popularized the pedal junkyard a little while back as well, and the trouble is he made it look so good that all the riders want to copy him, so he stays ahead, keeps coming up with new maneuvers, and the level of difficulty is just insane.
Perfect control of his bike.
Currently one of the favourites, one of the non-Japanese favourites to make podium. So we'll see if this possibly...
Whoa!
Ooh, moves into top spot. So now it looks dependent on what the next four riders bring to the table. Can they take the pressure? We know Kio Hayakawa is used to delivering under pressure. He's made podium spot a number of times. He's X Games gold medalist. 22 years old. Sponsored by Red Bull. He's one of a few riders that we know can take the pressure and deliver. We'll be riding next.
Okay, we'll have a look at what happened in the first group of riders. All the action from Varo, Dustin, Rio, and Jean-William. Welcome back to the FISE World Series here on the West Bund in Shanghai. We just wrapped up the first group of riders in this finals, the first four. Now we're getting ready for the second group. They're getting their last minutes of practice. My name is MC Egon, and I'm joined here by the Flatland expert, Johan Chan.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see this group. We've got some heavy hitters coming up. We've got Kio, which is the X Games gold medalist from 2022. He's going to be bringing some really difficult blender variations into his run. We've got Sietse van Berkel from the Netherlands. He's got his own signature tricks. Watch out for the Sietse spin, where he stands on top of the top tube, takes both hands off. An absolutely inconceivable position that nobody else has done before. We've got Toon from Thailand, an absolute weapon on a bike, and Rio Katagiri as well, qualifying in first place.
The bronze medalist from FISE Montpellier. But first, Kio Hayakawa, the 2022 Flatland Rider of the Year. The Vice World Champion of last year. Who knows, he might have a shot of claiming a gold medal in 2 months in Abu Dhabi. But first, we're here in Shanghai.
Check this out. He'll be getting into some really difficult positions here. Upping the risk element. Ooh, that jump into double-footed backyard. Switching it round. Kio gets himself over the head tube and steps around. Pulls it for a clean first link. favourites for the podium in this contest. Doing the hardest tricks, stepping into that blender. Top again, yeah, getting that one clean as well, collecting the points.
The first place of FISE Montpellier 2022.
Getting into that incredibly difficult blender, stepping out like it's nothing. Getting into ice cream spin. Pivots at the bite round, G turning over. Going for decade out, yes! Landing cross-footed on the pedal, perfect. No touch run so far for Kio. This one incredibly difficult. Going into a time machine from a manual, into blender. Steps out of it onto the pedal. God, Kio with the most difficult combinations. Oh, yes! Kio. He's going to be super pleased with that. That's one of his bangers. And Kio's one of those riders who can fill 3 minutes full of bangers. And at this sort of level, that's the kind of riding it takes to win the competition. Oh, this one, watch out for this one. He crosses his legs, both pedals. Oh, no, not that one. Yo! That's a perfect run so far. Yeah, back at the top there, decade out. That's a no-touch run with those kind of tricks. That is absolutely ridiculous. He's going to be so pleased with that.
A full pull run by Kio Hayakawa. I mean, he knows how to win a FISE contest.
Absolutely. No stranger to the podium. The other guys are going to have to pull something special out, or we're looking at least, I'd say, no-touch runs to beat that run. Definitely can't afford more than one touch. He rode super well in qualification, so this just goes to show how consistent he is by being able to deliver this level of riding.
Spinning at that speed while turning the bars. Time machine.
Yeah, he's so good at getting up there over the head tube and then comboing out of it into more mind-boggling links. Getting the signature decades cross-legged landing on the pedal, and that's his trick, the cross-legged upside down pedal. Just comboing out of that trick as well. There's no one else doing that trick. That's a Kio original. And it's so awkward as well, crossing the legs and standing on both pedals. That is killer run.
Out in front of that head tube, spinning while on the back wheel. This takes years of practice. This is not an overnight success, let's say.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's only 22 years old as well, so 89. Okay. Okay. That's a great score. I wouldn't say unbeatable. unbeatable. Rio Katagiri will be looking at that now, and he'll be getting ready.
You know what they say, Joanne? If it ain't Dutch, it ain't much. Our next rider, Sietse van Berkel.
This guy rode so well yesterday. No touch run, all with his own signature moves. Now there's not a lot of riders who can invent their own tricks, but Sietse, he's got 2 or 3 of them in this link.
He's ready to get in his zone. He has his earbuds plugged in to block out the noise. Just him and his bike. The 2018 Master of Creativity.
Taking both feet off there. That's a signature Sietse. No hand crap packer. Yes.
Standing on the side of the tires?
Yeah, yeah. It's nice little details like that that distinguish Sietse from the rest of the group. Oh, put his foot underneath the down tube onto the pedal. So original. And holding that with the opposite hand. So cool. He has another trick as well. I wonder if he's going to do it where he stands on the shoulder of the forks. A position that's just no one else is standing on there. Here we go, taking both feet off there. Oh, perfect run for Sietse so far.
And look at his composure, like he's so relaxed in his zone. This man has full focus on a bike.
Still has the big banger to
Yes.
go. Yes! Oh! That's his signature move. He really does want to pull this in the contest. This is Sietse's own trick. It's an original. No one else is doing this
Put
trick.
on the pedal.
Standing on the
Yes.
pedal and the handlebars, taking both feet off. Yes, Sietse. That's what he wants to pull.
Spinning off. Oh!
Yeah, this is that trick I was talking about, standing on the shoulder of the fork. Another Sietse original. That's unique stuff.
I mean, he's balancing on parts of the bike that no other riders are even thinking of. Standing on the side of the tires, on the shoulder of the fork.
That's right, that's right. I was talking to him last night about it, and if you look at a silhouette of his riding, you can tell it's Sietse van Berkel. And that's what distinguishes him from the other riders. It's so difficult to invent your own tricks, and Sietse here is got a plethora of them. It's a good run so far for Sietse. 10 seconds left. And he's going to back wheel. Going for a time machine.
What? Pedaling time machine?
Oh, that's a new one for him. Wow, that's absolutely given a new one for the judges. Now, no one was expecting that. He didn't do that in the qualifying run or the semi-final.
Part-time middle school teacher, but full-time talent on the bike.
Getting a
Sietse van
hug.
Berkel.
From Dub as well. That is an astonishing run. I think he was a little bit out of time on that last link as well, so that might not be counted by the judges. They've got to be pretty strict on that. But a phenomenal run by Sietse. I was saying to him last night, inventing your own tricks. Those new positions is the holy grail of Flatland. If you can come up with positions that have not been done before.
He's also quite the jokester, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Such a great sense of humour. He was getting the crowd going yesterday. Look at the position of that foot going
Scuffing the
underneath the bike.
tires.
this will be a good score, but will it be enough to beat Kio? It's really difficult to compare the level of difficulty here because there's such different tricks.
And look, that's where he stands on the shoulder of the fork, the other foot on the pedal.
Just so... He's just laughing there.
I mean, this is what got him the 2018 title of Master of Creativity.
Of course, yes. And this was his prompt to come up with that Sietse spin, as I've been calling it. He doesn't actually have a name for it himself, but I've been saying, hey, listen, no one else does that trick, only you.
The Sietse spin.
Everyone knows it's your spin.
That's going to be on his Wikipedia page.
Yeah, absolutely, and too right to.
Come on, come on, come on. 80.66. Looks happy with it.
Yeah, yeah, he had a couple of mistakes in there, and that last run as well, the last combo was out of time, so unfortunately, probably not counted by the judges.
So the current podium, Kio Hayakawa in first, Jean-William Prevost in second, and Rio Katagiri. But will we have in the finals of the FISE World Series.
Absolutely, yeah. The level here is so high. Professional flatland riding these days is absolutely tough. What? Oh! Going for the 540 bar there. I think it landed at 450, which is exactly what you don't want it to land at, but Started off really strong. Let's see what the score is. Toon had some bad luck in his qualification run as well. In practice, he blew out his rim and it exploded. The side of it just peeled straight off. Luckily, one of his teammates lent him his front wheel.
There's a lot of riders think that BMX part puts the most, let's say, stress and fatigue on the bike, but it's actually flatland BMX.
Yeah, the side impact that you get from dropping pegs on the floor repeatedly and the stress that it puts on wheels when the wheel's tilted sideways it means you've got to replace your parts quite frequently. He only had that wheel for less than a year, so it was surprising to see it peel the way it did. It's a nice buff switch out of that link. Toon's been a legend in the pro flatland circuit for a long time, and 20 years maybe. He's been riding pro since 2007, and he looks pretty much the same as when he did in 2007. Doesn't look like he's aged a day older. 70.33. Yeah, a couple of mistakes there from Toon. Unlucky there. And next up we have the favourite for the win, Rio Katagiri. Had some absolutely mystical runs in qualification.
The 2023 Rider of the Year, the bronze medalist from FISE Montpellier, and the #1 qualifier from the semifinals from yesterday, Rio Katagiri.
They call him the back wheel assassin, and he's always associated with very alpha sounding adjectives. But if you watch his riding, you'll see why. He is an absolute weapon on a bike. Going for a short leg there. It's not normally what he'd start off with. But this guy, when he's riding, he looks like he's in another dimension. Some of the corrections he does, mid-trick, just oh, mistake there early on from Katagiri. It's uncharacteristic of him. Titanium bike there, making it a little bit lighter, so we can do his signature white flips and into the pedal and then onto the peg. You can just do these mine.
Oh, saves it. Jumping on his bike, on the side of his bike.
Gosh, that was a big leap as well from the peg with a bike flip onto the pedal. That's one of his big banger moves. Didn't go quite intended as he had planned. The judges will notice that he had to lay the bike down. Doesn't count as a full step off. Oh, a full 360 bike flip there.
It's a high stakes, high reward trick.
Absolutely, yeah, really upping the level of risk here. Oh, 2 touches. Now, normally I would say Rio Katagiri is the first to actually get that trick consistent enough to pull it at pro level competition. Yeah!
Yes! Sticks the landing.
That is absolutely incredible. Normally you don't see people go for it the 3rd time if they crash it twice. Oh! This is uncharacteristic of Katagiri.
Not the flawless run that we would be expecting from the 2023 and 24 Rider of the Year from Japan.
Yeah, We saw 2 amazing runs in qualification, but always harder to ride last because you've got the
expectations as well.
Exactly, all the pressure.
But he still keeps putting on a show for the crowd here in Shanghai.
It's that pedal junkyard.
That's the
flip out of this. Oh, into fakey manual. What? Oh my God, that is an unbelievable switch. That's, I would love to have seen that pulled. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be enough.
No, unfortunately, but still quite the year that he has had.
We've seen some magic from Rio Katagiri in this contest. He's been bewildering. It's like he rides in a different sort of time dimension when he rides his tricks, but unfortunately we didn't see that in the final in this round. And he'll be disappointed with that, but no doubt he's going to be back.
Might have been the wind picking up here in Shanghai that messed up his run. But who knows? He'll have another run in 2 months at the World Championships, at the Urban Cycling World Championships in Abu Dhabi. That's the week, I think, before Christmas.
Going into that, pedaling back to the peg. It's bewildering. Yeah, always a little bit difficult riding last because you've got the longest amount of time since warm-up, so in today's cold weather conditions you've got the longest to wait until you ride, which kind of puts you at a little bit of a disadvantage.
Oh,
360 bike flip is just unreal. Yeah.
I can imagine if you showed that on an ultra slow-mo camera.
Yeah, it's incredible to get that dialed for pro final contest live is fee. 72.66. In 7th place, so Kio Hayakawa's got it.
The Japanese-Canadian podium. Kio Hayakawa wins FISE World Series in Shanghai. And the FISE family decides to already celebrate the victory together with him. So Kio Hayakawa, the winner of this UCI BMX Flatland World Cup. The vice champion here today, Jean-William Prevost. And in third, it's Rio Katagiri with the bronze medal.
That's so good to see Kio get the top place. He's had a few contests recently where he's rode absolutely incredible and for some reason or other not placed in a position that people thought he might have, so really good to see exactly what he deserves today to get that top spot.
Oh, look at him, can't believe it. And I also think in the general classification, this could put him on top of the leaderboard.
Really not surprised.
Because that's going to be 1,000 UCI points.
Yes.
Because Yusoji, who was running the pack on the leaderboard, is not here.
Yes.
So, but we'll have to wait for... Oh, and there we have it. Yes.
Rio Katagiri still in first place. Kio Hayakawa.
Yeah, so it's only a 100-point difference in the end. So
Yeah.
Kio ends up in second in the overall ranking, but it's Rio Katagiri who wins the overall FISE World Series World Cup in BMX Flatland. And also on the podium, Jean-William Prevost. So that means our FISE World Series Shanghai podium will also be the World Cup podium. So that was some more world-class action from the second group of riders. But only one can be on top, and that is Kio Hayakawa. Now we're getting ready for the podium here to honor these athletes and to honor the winners of the general classification of the UCI BMX Flatland World Cup. Now, for the next event, which will be in 2025 in March, we will be heading to Macau, the entertainment center of China, for an invitational skateboard contest, the Battle of the Champions.
Battle of the Champions. This is the big show.
Are you ready to meet these riders?
So that is going to be a wild weekend in Macau with a 70,000 euro prize purse. Now let's go back to the Flatland area, to our MC Lionel, and honor our riders.
All right, this is FISE World Shanghai. We got our results and we're about to do the prize giving ceremony. So please make some noise for third place from Japan, which will be introduced by Yuling Song, General Manager of Hurricane China, giving the prize to Rio Katagiri.
OK， 我们第3名获奖者是片桐亮，来自日本。OK， 那么我们为他颁奖的是 FISE 中国总经理宋玉林
will give the prize to Rio Katagiri.
好，给为我们的第3名颁奖，来自日本的片桐亮。
Quite the jump from the 7th place in Montpellier here to the podium
And can we
in
make some
Shanghai.
noise for you, Katagiri, please?
非常不错。
Yes, Rio. So much crazy riding. So much insanity went down. All right. To break things up, it's not only Japanese today. Fortunately, we got a rider from Canada, the legend. They call him Dub, but in real life it is Jean-William Prevost.
我们为威廉颁发奖牌的是
Silver
来自
medalist from FISE Enoshima, back on the podium here in Shanghai.
So great to see him on the podium.
And he's getting the award from Hervé André Benoit, the big boss of FISE.
Yes, I can hear you, Shanghai, for Jean-William.
威廉，一个掌声！哇，中国的朋友
He's
威廉，
stoked.
恭喜！
Second place with so many intricacies during his runs.
OK，
Very hard to comprehend. And the first place, the prize will be given out by Shen Fang, CEO of Yuzu. It is from Japan. Make maximum noise for Kio Hayakawa.
冠军是来自日本的早川启生，那么他的冠军的头衔将会是由我们的陈方游族网络的 CEO 进行颁发，谢谢。OK， 来，我们的 CEO 陈方游族网络的
Kio
CEO
on top of the podium.
Wow.
So well deserved and overdue. He rode absolutely flawless.
运动员拍照。
He's good at showing his emotions as well. Full transparency. Such a nice guy.
He's also taken home a nice G-Shock watch as well, with the nice trophy. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's a €4,000 prize in this competition for the first rider.
Hey, that's not a bad bonus.
And we'll see if we can get some last words from Kio. A quick little flash interview.
People of Shanghai.
I haven't won, but I'm come back here. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone. Thank you. Shay.
Short and sweet. Let's take another look at that medal-winning run. Look at it, turns the bars and then hops. Cross-footed landing.
Straight to pedals, yeah. You've seen a couple of the other riders land both pedals, but he's doing it cross-legged, making it super awkward.
我要支持你们参加 BMX 平地滑，是因为是一个非常有效果的一个运动。你们可以参加一个阳明开的北京学校，还有rotation space
encouraging words from Jean-William.
Dub has been so good at relating to the Chinese audience. He was riding with the amateur
just thank you everybody.
Beijing.
I just want to congratulate Kio because he really killed it today. He was trying some cool tricks that we never saw. He pulled some amazing stuff. I'm so stoked to be out here. Thank you guys. Thanks FISE. Thanks Shanghai. 谢谢.
That's a cool guy.
All right, and stick around because in just a couple of minutes we're gonna do the overall final year-end prize
Okay,
giving ceremony.
so we will wrap up this competition, this FISE World Series Flatland Finals. Joanne, I want to thank you for joining me in the studio and sharing your expertise on BMX Flatland.
Thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Who knows, we might invite you back to the next FISE events. We don't have the calendar yet, but I mean, I'm sure we will have a FISE Montpellier somewhere around May or June. Any plans in May or June?
Excellent. Yeah, could be on the judging table, but if not, yeah, I'd love to be back.
Okay, we'll definitely be seeing you again. My name was MC Aegon. I was your host for today's Flatland Finals, and we'll be right back for the BMX Freestyle Park Finals.